Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
We ought to call it the TJ and Riggins Yap. You get it? Like we're yapping.
Mm-hmm. Yapping.
It's a behind-the-scenes thing that I always love telling people. These radio companies, back when DJs were becoming more of personalities on the radio, and morning shows would play less music, and the personalities would talk more and all of that. A lot of the radio executives thought that was terrible. You can't do that. Research shows that people would rather hear music in the morning. And then they uncovered how they were asking people the questions, and it was along these lines. Would you rather listen in the mornings on your way to work? Would you rather listen to a yapping DJ or your favorite song?
Yeah, so no wonder.
Yeah, a
little bit of a loaded question.
Yapping DJ.
Yapping DJ?
You just shut your yapper.
Some guy was reminiscing. He said, America used to be about buying a thing of Entenmann's and sitting around with your friends and yapping. He said, that's true. Like, you just don't see that anymore. Like, you'd invite your friends over, have coffee, eat some Entenmann's, chocolate cake or whatever it is, and yap.
I remember growing up having family come over, and my parents would sit in the sitting room, living room, whatever, second living room, and just talk all day.
Drinking coffee.
Eating,
And that's what my parents called it, was going over to have coffee with somebody. Or somebody's coming over to have coffee with us. So, you want to stop by and have coffee with them?
Yeah.
And there wasn't any call them on the way, because you didn't have, the mobile phones. So if you just decided on the spur of the moment before you go home, you're going to swing by and have coffee with somebody, it was a popover.
Popover. Yeah. Oh, I'd be livid.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if you're just sitting at home in your comfies and all of a sudden another family just rings the doorbell and says, hey, we just thought we'd come by and have some coffee with y'all.
I guess you always got to be prepared during those days.
Be prepared.
Yeah. I remember these friends of my grandparents. They were really, really country people. Not my grandparents, but the other people. And that the husband of the two liked to drink a lot. And that was in the 70s, where, the DWI laws weren't really.
Yeah.
And they popped over one time, and my brother and I were out in my grandparents' front yard throwing the football and stuff. And then they started their names were Joe and Sally. And Joe was driving, and he went to pull into the driveway, and wham, he centered the post on the little gate that covered my grandparents' yard.
Ooh.
It was just a fence that went around. There was a gate that stayed open all the time, but he was drunk, and he just centered it, ran over the fence.
Hello.
Like, sorry about that.
Just
Been
popping
drinking.
by. Yeah.
Just for a popover, and stop by and have coffee. And in his case, he's probably stopping by to get coffee to sober up a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sally said, we got to go get you sobered up, buddy.
Oh, man, they'd sit there and smoke. Neither one of my grandparents smoked. And then their friends, though, come over, and that place would just look like a bar.
Oh, yeah. Inside smoke, right? Yeah.
Oof.
No, don't make the mistake of thinking I'm saying my grandparents drank. My nana and papa would never. They would never allow that in their house.
Yeah.
But they'd allow people to smoke.
Yeah.
It's like, can't smoke.
And you can come in drunk. Just don't drink here.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And I'm going to need you to pay me for my fence.
I would hope so.
Right.
Hey, it's TJ, and I say it every year at this time. The perfect gift for someone in your life that you love is Omaha Steaks. Have delicious Omaha Steaks delivered to your house and save a lot of money. You can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, plus a $30 reward card when you shop early and score an extra $30 off with the promo code TJR. I'm telling you, whomever you give this as a gift is going to love it. It's Omaha Steaks. Order today at omahasteaks.com.
Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like Brad & Brothers Heating, Air, and Electrical. Find out more about Brad & Brothers at bradandbrothers.com.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Lindsay, were your parents bakers?
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom.
I can tell because it looks like they made a little cutie pie.
Zing.
I heard that on the internet yesterday. I love that one.
Yeah.
Are your parents bakers? No, why? Looks like they made a little cutie pie. And that's you. Are you into pet names with your husband at all, Lindsay?
No. If I say anything, I'm like, hey, babe, come here. Like, it's not.
It's babe.
Yeah. But
It's
I call
mostly-
everybody babe.
Oh, do you?
Delilah, Brooks,
Everybody's babe.
my mom, whoever's coming.
What's up, babe?
Hey, babe. Come on
It's
in.
babe.
Yeah. The Louisiana people call everybody baby.
Baby.
Come here, baby. Hey, y'all got that cayenne in there, baby?
Oh,
That's
man.
just not all Louisiana people. The Cajun people,
Yeah,
baby.
that accent. Woo.
Yeah.
You have a lot of pet names for Jody.
Yeah.
Does she like them, or is
No,
it?
they're mostly sarcastic.
They're mostly sarcastic. The ones I've heard. I
Yeah.
mean, Treasure is the
Treasure.
newest one.
Uh-huh.
Kitten.
Kitten, and the way you say it is.
Well, you used to call me a gem. You're such a gem. And I'd be like, oh, my God, thank you.
Oh, G.
Like a gem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gem.
Jim, like
Okay,
a Slim Jim.
Well, that works too.
But it was sarcastic, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're a gem.
gem.
Like if
Oh
I
my
say
God,
something
so
stupid,
good.
you're a gem.
Oh, you remember when we used to say, "Well, at least you're pretty."
yeah.
We'd say that to everybody.
Yeah.
I told Riggins he was pretty yesterday.
Yeah.
He did. I thought it wasn't meant for me, but I took it. I was like, oh, thanks. I wasn't feeling pretty, but now I am feeling pretty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's nice. It's just nice to. What is? Does Kyle give you any names?
No.
No, it's just Lynn.
Lynn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
But
are your?
sometimes I'm like, you know what? I am a gem.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to embrace it.
Yeah.
TJ, what do your kids call you? Is it dad?
Dad, yeah.
And it's mom and dad.
Not daddy.
Well,
he's a
Aiden
dad.
calls her mama a lot. My son calls her mama.
Is he doing it sarcastically?
No,
Okay.
no. And which I'm glad. They've grown up in an area where there aren't many Southern people around them, and I want them to hang on to as much Southern stuff as possible. All their teachers growing up were transplanted Yankees, and they'd say, "Oh, they're sweet to say ma'am to me, but they don't have to." And I'd go, "Yes, they do." And don't correct them if they do. We say that in our house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you don't like it, then keep your Yankee business up there.
Up there.
No, I wouldn't say that.
So bad.
But you're still a daddy guy. Or
Yeah,
not?
because I have two. Jody's father to me is dad, because that's what she and her sister call him. So I call him dad.
Okay.
And I think I started calling him that on our first date, just to be silly.
I think I remember you saying that.
And then my dad, because we're super Southern, has been daddy
Yeah.
my whole life. So
Yeah. I call Rob daddy.
Big
The
daddy.
mood's got to be right. Big dad.
Big daddy.
But if you really think somebody's cool, you call them cat daddy.
Cat
yeah,
daddy.
you damn right, cat daddy.
Yeah.
Look at you, cat daddy, out there catting around like a cat daddy.
I dated a girl one time. She wanted me to call her grandfather Big Daddy. And I said, that's not going to happen. She goes, well, everybody does. I go, well, I'm not everybody. I'm not doing it. What's his name?
His name's Grandpa Big Daddy.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
The TJ Riggins 24/7 Carolina stream is available in the Media Center at tjriggins.com. Sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamond. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
So if you listen to this show, whether it's every day or whether it's occasionally, you're probably thinking, you know what? Those people in there are really up on the important issues. That's probably what you're thinking. And you would be right to think that because we have almost think tank-like debates when we're not even on the radio. Just yesterday, for example, we were debating the ins and outs of the quote-unquote walking taco.
Yeah, right. We were.
And I said that the walking taco it originally was called a Frito pie. Mm-hmm. You cut the bag in half or on the side. You put the chili in there on top of the chips and then whatever accoutrement you want to add to it. And then Rob was arguing with me about it, that it could also be done with Doritos or whatever kinds of chips. Yeah. And that made it a walking taco. And then I just think, whatever you're calling it, walking taco makes no sense because every taco is a walking taco. They don't make any tacos you can't walk with.
Right.
With which you cannot walk. Let me put it that way, as long as we're here in the think tank. Let me speak properly.
They're not chained down to the table.
Yeah, and they're not 100 pounds.
Right.
But
right.
Wouldn't pie also be not correct? None of that makes me think pie. Like a Frito pie, what about it's a pie?
But a pie doesn't have to be sweet. Like
I
there's
understand.
a shepherd pie.
But it doesn't have like a crust or
anything. It's got layers like a pie would have. The crust is the chip, the Fritos.
I disagree. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong
okay.
too.
Well, that makes sense since you know way more about the culinary arts than I do, Rob.
Say it out loud. It doesn't make sense.
That makes sense. And I bow to your intellect and experience in this category.
I'm going to continue to disagree.
But I mean, seriously, these are the types of serious cultural debates that we have.
Yeah, for sure.
The important things.
But we all, whatever you call it, don't we all like the Frito pie / walking taco or whatever is in it?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I want one right now.
Yeah.
What I don't understand, though, that really makes me cringe is when I see people who make it with canned chili. Oh, and like chili is so easy to make. Mm-hmm. Why would you? Oh, I can't even imagine.
Heavens.
I haven't had canned chili since my dad lost his job in 1978.
Oh my God. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was a dark day for us all.
Yeah.
That's my mama came in and said, "Son, we're having chili tonight." And I said, "Oh, great." And she said, "But it's from a can."
Mama, why? Why are we in squalor?
I mean, I felt like we were just at the shelter at that point.
Yeah.
Just spooning it out of the can.
Crying into the can of chili.
I'm not going to even heat it up. We're just going to put the can on the table.
Yeah.
Just might as well because we should eat it like hobos.
Yeah.
Heat up.
Yeah.
Just go eat it in a boxcar.
You're so poor.
Don't we?
Yeah.
But some people put mayonnaise on it.
Oh.
On the walking
The Frito pie,
or
yeah.
the Frito pie. Oh, no.
I want to see
It's pretty good.
I mean,
Mustard's good on it.
I'm
Mayonnaise
very
is
curious.
good. Mm-hmm. Whatever you would eat on a hot dog usually is what would go on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you eat mayonnaise on a hot dog,
Is a hot dog a taco too?
it's a pie.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Table and Twine and their great subscription program. Go to tableandtwine.com and check it out for yourself. That's tableandtwine.com for Table and Twine.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, Lindsay's son is only 2.5. But if he ends up growing up to be a professional athlete, I know one thing that he's going to have in his contract now that Juan Soto has in his new contract with the Mets.
Interesting.
So we'll tell you what that is and how Lindsay would freak out about it. And that she's going to demand it coming up in a few minutes.
Great. Well, today is a big day. Today is the first teaser for the next Superman movie. So now we get a commercial for a commercial for a commercial, basically. It's a teaser that was announced yesterday that we're going to see today. So this is a whole reboot of the Superman DC superhero franchise stuff. So a lot of expectations for this. Movie is out
there?
next year.
Yeah, sadly, Lindsay, there is, yeah.
Okay.
And it's
Rob's
not
excited.
kids.
No, I don't like Superman very much.
You're not a
Yeah,
Superman.
he's a Marvel person.
He's very boring. Like, he does everything? Okay, cool.
Is it because he's hot?
I mean,
Or am I thinking of the old Superman? He was hot.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill was definitely an attractive man.
No, I'm talking about old
Christopher
Rob.
Reeve is who she's talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
There's a great
I
new
had-
movie
Fear
about
that.
him on Max, a
Oh, really?
documentary about Christopher Reeve. It is unreal.
Well, I got to see that because I liked him.
He was a good guy.
We interviewed him one time, and he was really, witty.
Was he
in
really?
interviewing? Yeah.
After when was the
Yeah.
accident?
In the late 90s, I
the
think.
late 90s.
But yeah, it was a book that he wrote about his accident and everything. So
Wow, an inspiring guy.
Mm-hmm.
And his son, I know he works as a news correspondent. Looks just like him.
Yeah.
like he looks like Superman,
Mm-hmm.
like a younger Superman. So
When I was 5, my brother had a cardboard cutout of him, and I acted like I was kissing him every night before bed.
wait a minute,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, it's disturbing.
That
I
is
had the biggest crush on him.
every night you'd go into your brother's room. Well, maybe we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah,
I wonder if because I got a couple of questions about that too.
I've got a couple follow-up questions.
okay.
Excellent revelation, Lindsay.
I mean, it's creepy, but yeah, okay.
Right out of the box, we're hitting you with the good stuff today. Joe Rogan has been dethroned as the #1 podcast on the internet. That spot is now held by Kylie Kelsey. That is the wife of Jason Kelsey. Her podcast, which she just launched, is now the #1 podcast in the world.
I like her.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people do. They say she's real. She looks comfortable and she's, just an average woman, but she's so funny and witty and people like her.
Yeah, she's uncouth.
She's
Is she?
uncouth.
Yeah.
I don't know much about her, but every time interview I hear it's okay.
Yeah, she's the one the other day isn't she the one that said that that they cuss in front of their kids and they don't think anything about it? Was that her?
Oh, I hope not.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, well, that took it.
So we'll see how long she can hold on to that top spot. And today is National Hard Candy Day. So a good day for TJ's wife Jody, who loves her any piece of hard candy. Oh. And you know what her favorite thing about a Jolly Rancher is? It's only 2 points.
2 points on Weight Watchers.
So, okay, I didn't ask you. So what are some of your favorite Southern phrases? We'll get into that next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas. Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
At the beginning of every hour of the TJ and Riggins show, it's Now Trending, where Riggins brings you the most important news of the day. Now Trending is sponsored by No More Last Days. Go to tjriggins.com/lastdaysnow to see how you can help them ensure more dogs have no more last days. Again, that's tjriggins.com/lastdays.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
You know, I've always loved those Southern phrases that are the quirkier, the better. And I love them when they don't even make sense. But the ones that do make sense are always clever and witty.
Profound a lot of times.
Sometimes they can be profound, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But I was running through them all in my head, most of which I've learned from you, TJ. And you don't use them in a way you use. How would you describe your use of these phrases? Like, what is the?
Yeah, I use it in a comedic way. You know, just to slip into. Oh, well, I was driving when you was reaching for the doorknob, thinking it was a biscuit.
That was the one that came to mind. I love that one.
Yeah, it means you're way more experienced than somebody else, and somebody trying to tell you what to do. Like, if my son was telling me how to drive, I would say, I was driving when you were still crying for the doorknob, thinking it was a biscuit.
You used a great one time when people know her, Jessie James Decker. She's the wife of Eric Decker, was in our studio long time ago, and she's a little woman and, slight and petite, and you say, oh, you're not, I forget how you said, you're not much bigger than a June bug or something like that, something along those lines. That's one I had never heard of before.
Knee high to a June bug.
Knee high to a June bug.
Love that.
Lindsay, did you grow up with any phrases like that stuck out, like from your grandma or anything?
My grandmother said everything. I mean, just all of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I say little things like, I can't win for losing. Like, I say that all the time. And
I heard,
okay.
I heard a great one on the internet yesterday. He's so cheap he wouldn't give a nickel to see Jesus riding a bicycle. That's a good one. I had not heard of that one yet. My other favorite one that TJ has said for years is something about being nervous, more nervous.
I'm nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
That's my favorite one.
Where did you learn all those? Are those from your grandparents?
Yeah. And just hearing other people where I grew up, older people talking and stuff, and judging and all that.
You know what? I can't see a house burned down without that phrase immediately coming to my mind. It didn't. That was not a house that burned down. It was burned to the damn ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that translates to total loss. When it's all the insurance papers, they call it total loss.
Yeah.
Just means they burned to the damn ground.
Yeah, there's so many of those. That's so fun. What's the one about fitting in your pocket? Something about sticking something in your pocket? I don't know. But if you've got a great one, I would love to catch up with some of these. Something that you might not have heard anybody else say, but somebody in your family or one of your friends. At TJ Riggins Show, if you've got a great one.
Yeah, I mean, just send them as fast as you can. Gas it till the damn world blows up.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Lily and Grace, Design, Home, Living. It's Lily and Grace. Go to tjriggins.com/LG to find out more. That's tjriggins.com/LG.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, a little sports news. Well, the subject is from the world of sports, but you know, we're not going to be sports talking, you know. But Juan Soto is a baseball player, and he's really good at baseball playing. And he played for the New York Yankees last year, and now the New York Mets have acquired him, as they say. And he has, I think, the biggest contract of any baseball player in history. And it's like $850 million over 15 years. And then I think it'll break down to where he's going to make over $55 million a year. And today I saw in the it was an article about the other perks that are in his contract.
Yeah.
And this is you, Lindsay, if your son ever becomes a professional athlete. There is a clause in there, or a section of his contract, that gives his mom a clothing allowance every month from the Mets.
Yes.
But if you're making $55 million plus a year, why are you not buying your mama clothes if she needs clothes?
Yeah.
Right.
They basically go ahead, sorry.
Or just giving her money. Like, why has it got to be in a clause, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're putting her on the payroll, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is he married?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not.
But I don't know why I said I don't think so. Maybe because he seems arrogant.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, and because his wife would be like, why are you giving your mom?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't think about that, how wives hate their mothers-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't hate Kyle's mom. Obviously, I love her. But I'd be like, why are you giving her a clause in your, anybody but me? Why are you giving anybody but me a clause?
Yeah, somebody getting mentioned specifically in your contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
But it did say he had other family members that had, some kind of perks in it or something for them, which they didn't list that one. They just said his mama's clothing allowance.
I've never even heard of that.
I think it's just one of those, just to show this is something that's never been done, and this is how special we think you are, and we want you to go play your best and know that we want you here more than anybody else wanted you, and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, now I'm expecting Brooks to put me in a contract.
Yeah.
Like after this, if he ever makes it big.
Well, he doesn't even have to make it big. Any employment agreement that he signs when he gets to be an adult has to mention you in it somehow, that you get something. I mean, if he's signing an employment agreement to work for a bank, then you need to get free stationery or something from the bank, some free pens with chains on them.
Yeah.
Oh, bless his heart. His first little job when he's 16, I'm going to put me in the clause. Put me in the clause.
Yeah. He was like, I want free snacks from the grocery store when you're the bag boy.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
How would you like to be part of a Christmas miracle? Make a donation to TJ and Riggins Breaking and Entering Christmas. Visit tjriggins.com/Christmas and click the donate button. There's a needy family in Western North Carolina who could really use your help. tjriggins.com/Christmas.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like CompuCom, because every company is a technology company now. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace isn't easy. Let CompuCom help. CompuCom.com for more information. That's CompuCom.com for CompuCom.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
You know, there are certain trends that happen in U.S. America, and even being an old dude, that I'm first to jump on. You know, when I see it becoming a trend, or when somebody says it's a trend, I report it.
Sure.
Now, most of the cool stuff, Riggins brings in because he's on top of that. But a new trend is going a little bit farther than I think. Well, maybe not, but it's on the level, I think, with parents who are now going to job interviews with their Gen Z adult children.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
There is a new trend where once the Gen Z young adult gets a job, the parents drive them to work every day and pick them up.
No.
This is not happening.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Is it because they don't have a license, or they just want the comfort
and safety and
no?
the whole thing? Because it adds stress to your day when you're a young adult in a new job, and you have to worry about traffic and all that. So there's an article in the New York Post Malone about it.
That Gen Zers are having their parents drive them to work.
Yep.
Okay.
I could not get out of my parents' minivan soon enough. Like, I couldn't get out of soon enough.
But
Crazy.
My daughter is 24, college graduate at her first real job now, and I can't imagine her expecting me every day to get up, or Jody to get up and take her to work, and then somebody pick her up when she's finished.
No. I couldn't see Jody doing it, but I totally can see you doing it.
Yeah, I can too.
100%.
Sure, honey. Honey, anything you need.
Absolutely. You would do it in a heartbeat. She wouldn't ask you, but you would. Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't, because that would be detrimental to her. And I would have to explain, no, you need to grow up. You need to learn life. You're an adult now. You're going to have to build a life. Because there are things that my wife and I did for our children, just like all parents look back on it, and there are things that we could have done less of, so they were, make them tougher and ready for the world and all that. But if she's an adult and expect them, I would laugh at her, actually. And so would Jody. She's like, can you start driving me to work? It's my new first job. Will you drive me to work?
Yeah. They're definitely coming. They're coming to you before they're going to Jody. I can guarantee you that. Totally.
Yeah.
And I could see myself being like, oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah.
You want to hang out with me?
Mm-hmm. But I would come to me first, even though if they thought that I was going to say no, I would say it in a lot nicer way than Jody would.
Right.
I would say, well, you know what? I'm not doing that because for your own good, because you need to da-da-da-da-da. Jody would just start screaming at me, I am not doing that. You think I'm going to get up and drive you to work as an adult? You better think again. I don't know what to tell you.
Which is also the appropriate response.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
I'm definitely hitting you up before.
Of
Sometimes
course.
you got to prioritize who you're making the request of.
Yeah.
That one I'd ask you first.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that to Jody and record what she would say. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Make her think
I'm dying to hear it.
Get your son to say it.
Say, are you kidding me?
Oh, she'd blow her stack.
Get out of here. Coming in here with that.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.